Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be using the BW2 bleach and 40 developer. I got both of these items from Sally's Beauty. So I took about 4 to 5 scoop of bleach and I poured the 40 developer in a bowl and I mixed it in together really well. You want to make sure you get all the lumps out, and also the consistency is not runny but it's also not super thick. I honestly just eyeball it and I just keep adding more developer until I get the mixture to the consistency that I really like. But guys, this coloring that I'm doing today is the hair color that Beyonce had about a month ago, and everybody went crazy because it was so beautiful on her. And I actually had this hair color way before Beyonce did it, and I just wanted to remake it and show you guys how I got this color because a lot of people have been asking me how I did it. And also here I mixed 2 bowls of developer and bleach because I didn't want to run out and then have to mix more. So I was like, let me just go ahead and do both of them. That way I know that I'm good for the whole hairstyle. And this was more than enough. I actually had a lot left over at the end. I also got some foils for each section, and I sectioned the wig off into 6 sections just to make it really easy on me. And in the very front I took out the section that I'm going to be dyeing mainly blonde, which is right here. And now let's get into the fun part, which is coloring. So I'm gonna start with the very back part that I parted out, and I'm gonna get a piece of foil and get my coloring, and I'm gonna start applying the color in the hair. So you want to start at the very bottom and work your way up for each little section. Also, you want to make sure that at the very top you kind of make it a little messy because you don't want a line going straight across. Like, you don't want your color to be too consistent. But yeah, just watch what I'm doing. It's very simple. And also make sure you saturate the hair in bleach, because if you don't, you're gonna have patches of black in your hair and you don't want that. So make sure it is very well saturated. And lastly, because you're working with foil, you want to make sure you move relatively fast because the foil is going to make it process even faster than if you didn't have the foil on there. So yes, those are my recommendations, and you guys should just watch and follow along. Okay guys, so I'm back. So when you get to this very front piece, you want to be very careful that you do not get any of the bleach on the roots. Like, we want to leave a little bit of the roots black because it's just gonna give it that really nice illusion that we need, that looks just like Beyonce's look. And also, like I mentioned earlier, you don't want to color it straight across. You want to put some really light streaks close to the roots, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about right now. And also, I have this towel on here because I want to not get any bleach on the hair at the top, because that can happen very easily. So to avoid that, you can use saran wrap and wrap that part of the hair down before putting the bleach on. or you can just use a towel like I'm using, just to make sure you don't get the bleach on places that you don't want the bleach to be on. And like I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure you're putting really light strokes close to the roots, just to make sure you don't give yourself a really harsh line across the roots. And you want to flip the hair over to make sure the bleach gets in there completely and evenly. Okay guys, so I am all done applying the bleach. I'm going to let this sit for another 15 to 20 minutes. And as you can see in the very back, that back area is coloring pretty fast. So what you can do is you can go ahead and rinse off the areas that you feel like is done bleaching and let the other areas continue to bleach. So here I'm going to just rinse it off and get all the bleach off completely with just shampoo, and that's it. And I'm gonna let this air dry for a day. You want to let it air dry before moving on to the second step, which is applying the color. And the colors I used were Revlon colors from Walmart. They're only $3. I'm going to show you guys what they look like very soon. This is it right here. I got the champagne blonde and the medium ash blonde, and I mixed it together and I applied it all over the colored area. And guys, you only need 2 packs because you're only coloring the ends of the hair, and you don't need that much because you're only coloring the ends of the hair. And please ignore my very ratchet braids. Guys, it's been a long process with this hair coloring. This is not something you want to rush through. You want to take your time and do this because, honey, you want to look like Beyonce when you're done. You don't want to look like Shanae cousin did this when you're done. So please take your time and just do this. Put aside 2 to 3 days to do it, or maybe 1 or 2 days if you're like me. But just know that you're not gonna get done everything in one day unless you want to spend a lot of time blow drying and then adding the color back in. And I don't have that type of time, so I rather just color it one day for about 2 hours and then add the color the next day for another 2 hours and be done. You want to make sure that the hair is very saturated with the color mixture. And this color is mainly meant to like get any brassiness out of the hair, and also it just gets all the hair to a very even tone so that everything looks one and uniformed. Also guys, when I got done with this, what I did is I let it sit in for like 1 or 2 hours, and then after that I shampooed it completely and conditioned it. I rinsed it off, I let it air dry again for a day, and then I styled it as desired. Also, I have a video linked in my description of how to curl your hair. And when I was done with that, I did me a little Instagram post, and that's it. But guys, please let me know what you think down below about this hairstyle. How did I do? Did I do better than Beyonce? Or did I do just as good as Beyonce? Or was Beyonce's better than mine? Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
What is this magic? I need that magic.
Everywhere you go is the main attraction. Your yash was a house to be a mansion.